But it's still, that's not the time. 1:22 right now. We gotta lock the fucking in. No warm up. Fuck it. I almost fell asleep watching this YouTube video, then I got up and I was like, I need a stream to do something. Brooke's really the GOAT, y'all don't know. Brooke and Doc, very good. Actually, y'all should know. Game's been out for fucking ever. Bro, that's like the one thing that pisses me off so fucking bad. When you put your controller on your leg and it slips down and hits the floor, holy fuck. Every nerve in my body. It irks the fuck out of me.
Be ready to eliminate hostiles.
sit on that wall right there.
Hostiles
Good
eliminated.
shit, Matty Ice. Matty fucking Ice.
Be ready to engage Op 4. Down to 10 seconds. Down to 5 seconds. Bomb located by Op 4. seconds to go. Op 4, last operator standing. 5 seconds remaining. It's time to leave.
Gotta use the bug. Forgot how long to load in.
Friendly drone deployed. Op 4 is reinforcing its location. Protect the bomb's location and defuse it. One Op 4 remaining. Security is active, protected at all costs.
Bro, it would have been chopped cheese right there. You would have been chopped. I'm bored. God damn, this dude don't get off the game, bro. Are we loading in or what? Bro. Nice, when we match up against a Prime Ali. 338 and 87. Bro, I'm only blocking.
Okay, focus now, focus. Big deep breath, big deep breath. Let's fight. Switch stands, that's it. What we do in the gym. You know what we do in the gym? Be confident. That's it, nice and smooth. Now stay like that now.
I'm getting off. The red bar. The fucking red bar. I guess we're on UFC. And this game's not as bad, but it's still a fucking bad game. Games
Sports.
are
It's in the
trash.
game.
You ready to fight? Ready. Good.
Oh my gosh, I'm getting whooped. Bro, that shit is pissing me off. Like, why doesn't it let me move my head like that? Like how I want to, bro. Like he's throwing hooks and I'm trying to go back. They just don't let me.
You ready to fight? Ready. Good.
Let me throw a body kick. Oh my gosh, bro. Just knee elbow, knee elbow, knee elbow.
Last round over. You took his best shots and smiled back at him. Now it's your turn. We have to go and move. So he gets knocked down. Ready to fight? Ready. Good.
Like, are you fucking serious? Are you fucking serious? Oh my bejesus.
You ready to fight? Ready. Good.
Straight right hand, no good. Lands the jab. Set up your uppercut. Still truly trying to find that range. No te quedes inmóvil. Fast pace here in the early going. There you go. This is not his best striking performance in the UFC. I'm not sure what it is. We've never seen him look so good. And confidence comes from confidence. It's believing that all gonna show signs of octagon door closing. Tonight it has been just that for this fighter.
And it doesn't let me throw a knee to his body. Made me throw a fucking leg kick.
You ready to fight? Ready. Let's do it. You ready? Do it.
Freaking finally. That was a tough one. That dude was pretty good.
To the things that I'm jumping. I'm bezel bound.
Bro,
You ready to fight? You ready?
why is it full fucking screen?
Big moment in the previous round. They were both fighting very well. But when he landed this punch right here that sits his opponent down, it showed that the power is not equal. And if he can land, he does have the ability to damage.
Oh, I was literally on fucking YouTube.
All right, here we go now, champ. Round two.
Ready to fight? Ready.
Against that man, you might
Do it.
One, two, three.
Sent it inside the octagon to Bruce Buffer for the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 26 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by knockout, Alexander the Great Volkanovski!
I'm not sure I believe what I just saw.
Is that it right there? Yeah, I'm down to do miss with my guy, Mateo.
Where Hunter at?
Mateo, let's see what you got, bro.
I'm going in Dagestan. I swear to God.
For real?
Yeah, in 2 weeks.
So,
for 2 weeks.
2-3 years Dagestan, forget
No,
everything.
Yeah, but just 2 weeks. I can
Okay.
spend 2 years there. Bro.
That'd be crazy, bro. Damn, that's crazy. You really doing it, though.
Yes, I'll show you. I have a teaser on my phone.
Yeah.
About to go to Dagestan?
What the fuck? Let's go. Damn, that hurt my ear. Fuck.
You have to teach me some good things, bro.
I got you, bro. I got you.
Hey. Yeah.
You feel? Shit.
From LA?
No, from
That's a small club, right?
Yeah, this is what you fighting for real. Yeah. That size, yeah.
You already fight with this
I
one?
fought with those before, yeah. Yeah. Damn, that was crazy. Let me take this off so I can have.
Hey, cameraman, not supposed to talk, bro.
I gotta link with my label.
Take this off.
About to drop my album, so gotta
It is good.
stay in cahoots with them and figure stuff out and shit.
That's fine. What label you in?
Atlantic and 10K.
Still giggling, right? Where you from?
Ohio.
Ohio.
I'm from Ohio. He's from Ohio, and him.
All right, let's see what you got, bro, for real.
You hoop?
Not in the city.
I got a basketball
you
court
good.
in my crib.
Yeah, we
Be
got
next to me.
I hoop,
Okay.
that's what I do.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm based in Atlanta.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
I got a hoop.
All right,
I was
jab.
with Ryan.
Ooh, okay, Jeff. Okay, Jeff. Step to this
Jose.
side. Jeff.
Yeah, bro,
I
number
want to
4.
see jab and then farther right. There we go. Jab.
I'll get you a number so we can hoop and shit.
Go again.
You ever been to Miami?
What y'all want you to do is
I
jab,
live in
keep it
Miami.
there, and then
My
line up
house
to
is
the right.
painted all black.
So when you do it, it's like boom.
And I got the indoor basketball
So
court.
see how I kept you there?
Yeah.
And then I want you to throw the right.
Yeah, you can pull up.
Yeah, but you gotta be a little bit more strong with it.
Right after New
There you
York. The day after.
Lined it up.
Yes.
Then duck.
And I got a club looking too.
There it is. Yeah, I like that.
We go out.
Yeah, I like
It's
it.
like a I just pull up, play some
Do it again?
music. And then vibe. Yeah, just vibe. It's gonna be fun.
Nice.
Just chill shit.
Ooh, double jab right. Right hand. Do it again. Keep it up, all right? Nice. And right hand. Ooh, okay. Nice. Do it again. Do it again. Then come back with a hook. So, boom, boom, boom. Step back, right hand.
Round 3. You 12.
Ready to fight? Ready. Good.
Any of those on the make one? Wow. You know how fast you're really fast. You know how fast you'll be able to do that with those? You gonna call out Conor McGregor? You see, he's so fast, I didn't even notice he has weights on his hands.
So we have got a full-on brawl to start this fight. And certainly the position to burn themselves up.
Ryan Garcia, was on screen with the Copy 6'9", and Ryan gave a very big hand to kind of flip it and said who's fighting next, where, and all that information. So he said his next fight will be in September at the T-Mobile Arena, and then he said some fighter comedians will get active. And I'm paraphrasing what he said, and then he said, you hear that kind of bum? Instead of kind of bum. And then he said, hey, I'm going to have the cops walk me out for my next fight. You're going to have some lame guy from England walk you out. So that's what Ryan Garcia said on his live. So it looks like it's September and it's kind of bent. Nothing official yet, but that's what it sounds like. And we will definitely keep
Fancy barriers for the WBC World Title. Ryan Garcia, Rolly Romero, Devin Haney, all of them lots can get it any day of the week and twice on Sundays.
Anyway, yeah, I would like to fight that. You know, Conor has been not been on my radar, but now that, you know, he's coming back down to 147.
I want to know, however, where your head space is at from the standpoint. Once upon a time, you were thinking about being the face of fight. Do you still think about that right now? Or is it just one of those situations where having only 3 fights in the last 3 years, you just couldn't take it on by that?
Well, you know, I'm a world champion now. And now that I feel like I have the belt, and, you know, I've always had the following, and I've always had, you know, all the opportunities you can have as a superstar. You know, now that I have this piece that I kind of was missing, of course, I would love to keep fighting and kind of carry boxing. I actually need this generation of young fighters, of popularity, and now of being a world champion. So I have all the opportunities.
Finishing though this time, all right? Man in there quick as usual. This guy has nothing left. All you gotta do. All right, so there's the end of the round, and on one side, thrill on the other, agony.
So
Stop
You ready to
chasing
fight?
taller opponents.
Ready.
By the end of this
Good.
video, you will know exactly how to take away their jab and land your punches without getting caught. Every time a boxer faces someone who is taller, we keep hitting the same range. You have to bring the fight together. You have to cut the distance and land your punch. And that is precisely why so many short fighters lose their fights. You have probably seen any short boxer waste their energy chasing a taller opponent, walking into punches and losing the fight. Romero was short and even seen as the less skilled fighter, but he pulled off the upset against Ryan Garcia by fighting a smart fighter, not an easy one. In this breakdown, you will learn the skills Romero used against Garcia so you can beat taller opponents and win your fights. The first tactic that we need to defeat taller opponents is distance control. With this control, we can take away their jab. Garcia versus Barrios shows how quickly Garcia can let his hands go when people stand at punching range for too long. Walking towards him or standing at punching range gives him the confidence to let his hands go. And with his power, those shots become a death sentence. For Romero, did the opposite. He stood out of punching range. Every time Garcia tried to jab, Romero will move, forcing him to keep searching for his target.
You ready to fight?
Even when Garcia managed to hit Romero with one shot, he made sure to not be around for the second. He used every resource that he had to stop Garcia from punching freely. This is why Garcia never let his hands go. Romero was always just outside of his punching range. Tank used the same tactic. He worked at a long distance, never allowing himself to be at Garcia's punching range for too long. And once he felt too close, he would start moving against him. So he would smother Garcia to force the reason. This forced Garcia to reach in to point. The extra space helps Tank to see the shot strong and counter Garcia's mistake. Romero, who is not famous for countering, was able to counter Garcia's foot the same way. All times, to be at the right distance to see the punch coming and react. Both boxers are shorter than Garcia, and both boxers understood the first step: stand outside of punching range to take away the jab. Without his jab, the opponent cannot get his attack. So, ask yourself, are you controlling the distance in sparring? Or are you giving away easy points by standing too close? If you're constantly surprised by shots you didn't stop on, or failure to have time and space to think, you are likely standing too close to your opponent. Now you might be thinking, Coach, if I'm standing so far away, how am I supposed to land a shot? If you think about it, the same distance that protects you also protects you. And as we just saw, rushing in makes it easier for your opponent to see you coming and counter. So now, we need different tools to help us create openings before we step into punching range. The main tool that Romero used to create openings is feint. Romero's feints were effective because he used them outside of Garcia's punching range. Most boxers miss this, and they get countered for feinting too close. Being outside of punching range allows Romero to swiftly look for openings or stay at safe distance to avoid walking in closer. Romero also made sure to keep feinting to Garcia on his toes. Many beginners only feint right before attacking, but when they see often, messes the distance. Feints are also used to keep the opponent busy while you find openings to fight. That's true from Romero's case. It's not outside.
Lo único que me hace falta también que te mantengas con la pinta y no te quedes alto tanto tiempo, ¿te entiendes? Mira, él no te tira, cada vez que tú le estás haciendo pinta, él no te tira.
Another thing that made Romero's feint effective is that he made the work Garcia's reaction before something. When we feint, we must be ready to defend if our opponent tries to attack us. We also have to read when our opponent's reaction is not giving us openings. And of course,
Ready to fight?
once our
Ready.
opponent has made the
Do it.
take the opportunity. Two things require you to always be ready to adjust to your opponent's weapon. Make them safe and finally open it. Take a moment to think, how often do you think in fighting? Most boxers start the first minute of the first round thinking, but after discipline, they keep thinking round after round. If you usually feel like you're doing the opponent's fight, or that you're getting countered easily, you need to think more. Now that you control the distance and you think that you're in, you're ready to land it. But even if we use seconds, landing a shot against a quick counter puncher with a little reach can be tricky. This is why we build our offense. This means that we start the fight using punches that are unlikely to get us down. And for Romero, this shot was the jab to the body. From the jab to the body, you can use the same things to build up for bigger shots, like the jab to the head. Then you can go for even bigger shots, like right hooks to the body. And of course, you can slowly build up all the way to high risk, high reward punches, like a right hook. Similar to setup, if you want to build up your offense, you need to be able to read your opponent's opening. If our opponent is not giving us any opening, we must go back to our safest shot, the foundation of our offense. If they open up, you can try bigger shots. And if your opponent is in a pass position, it is safer to throw bigger punches in a longer combination. Most people don't talk about this, but it takes continuous discipline to constantly read an opponent who can turn around the fight with just only one shot. Garcia was actually trying to start the fight. Many times, he tried too hard to land at least one point on the line. And he did manage to not sweat when Romero was his way. But Romero's discipline to stick to these principles is what allowed him to beat a taller opponent and make it look easy. Another kind of boxer that takes continuous discipline are sleep after boxing. This boxer
Wait, bro, that one was pissing me off.
If you want to learn how to defeat this kind of boxers, you can click on this.
Fellow Skinner Boxers, today we'll dive into a legendary school of boxing, the Soviet style. We'll break down its core principles, analyse its unique technique, and highlight some of the greatest Soviet boxers of all time. And by the end of this video, we'll also reveal what we believe to be their most distinctive hallmark of their style. The examples we'll explore today are from Soviet and post-Soviet countries that carry the Soviet boxing influence. While many of these athletes have strong amateur roots, they adapted their style to meet the demands of the professional game. However, some fundamental principles of the Soviet style remain evident. So, let's start from the beginning. But before we start the breakdown, we wanted to share an update from our sponsor, Boxing Timer Pro. App version 1.5 introduces a new motion capture library with a growing collection of essential patterns and techniques. This update also adds 2 new training modules to the Skiller section. Download today.
I don't know what game to...
Skiller boxers can use the code below for an exclusive discount. Soviet philosophy. The first boxing club in the East region of Europe was opened in Moscow in 1894. But boxing wasn't really as popular. After the 1917 Soviet Revolution, politicians were unsure about how to regulate boxing, as they feared the creation of private events for their own profit, which went against the values of the regime. But in 1918, boxing was introduced to the military as a way to build mental and physical resilience, forming the backbone of Soviet martial arts and, over time, becoming a cultural phenomenon. Soviet boxing had unique origins and a unique development, since it was isolated from the rest of the world and developed strictly within the borders of the USSR itself. Even though professional boxing was not allowed in the USSR, All matches were fought strictly by the professional rules, so while it developed mostly as part of the amateur scene, it had its roots in the professional rules. After entering the Olympic scene, boxing became a part of the holy trio of Soviet sports, along with wrestling and gymnastics. Over time, the Soviet Union developed distinct training methods that still influence Ukrainian and Russian boxers today. Now let's see what characterizes Soviet and post-Soviet boxers. Relaxed way of punching. One of the most striking characteristics of Soviet boxing is its emphasis on relaxed punching.
When you press your fist against your chin, you get tense. Let the hand hang free. Look me, son. Let them hang. Do not grab them. Clench your fist. Look at my shoulders. Are dangling, but my fists are not.
Rather than relying on brute force, Soviet boxers prioritized accuracy and timing to inflict maximum damage. They carefully select their targets and deliver punches at the optimal moment, often getting a knockout with seemingly effortless shots. This power comes from their mastery of the kinetic chain. Activating each muscle group in sequence to maximum force, meaning their whole body moves.
Bro, can it let me counter?
Let's take a closer look at slow motion. They rotate their feet, turn their hips, engage their core, and extend their arms, seamlessly transferring energy from the legs to the fist. This precise motion, where no energy is wasted, generates both efficient and powerful punches.
Because one of the most important moments is to relax properly at the right moment, in order to hit hard and hit fast. You see, I go down and my hand starts to punch by itself. That is, without moving the legs muscles.
Мощные удары в каждом раунде, они сказываются.
Pendulum squat. In and out movement is probably the most distinguishable element of Soviet boxing.
The main thing about Soviet boxing style is, I don't know how to say it in English, but in Russian it's called челнок. When you are in and out and out, yeah? When you are moving your in and out.
Pendulum squat is basically a footwork that can get a boxer bouncing back and forth constantly. This constant bouncing serves a wide variety of purposes simultaneously. This allows them to transfer their weight to their punches when attacking, and it also keeps them safe and allows
I am so laggy, bro.
When you are moving and at the same time you can punch. Not just stop, punch and move again. This is the main
Ready to fight?
I could see
Ready.
somebody
Do it.
doing this. It's more related to Soviet technique.
It is a way to safely cut the distance or to maintain it since their movements are much quicker when their body is already in motion. also helps to disguise their intentions, making it difficult for opponents to anticipate their next move, as it perfectly blends with a footprint. High punching volume. Soviet boxers are relentless. Rather than throwing single punches, they unleash flurries of 3, 4, or even 5 punches in quick succession. They combine this with the pendulum effect to create a constant offensive rhythm, entering with punches and evading them.
Bro, let me throw!
This dance-like movement allows them to maintain a relentless pace, delivering wave after wave of punches. By continuously changing angles and distances, they make it incredibly difficult for opponents to counter or find their rhythm. One of the lesser-known but highly effective aspects of Soviet boxing is their ability to deliver looping shots, such as hooks and uppercuts from long range. This unique capability is a direct result of a subtle yet significant difference in their punching pattern. Soviet boxers often execute hooks with the thumb facing in.
And when you throw the workout hook on the long distance, you have a mistake. Then I want to punch you. Because look at his love just a little, and it lands. But when you throw the horizontal hook, your shoulder will allow your fist to go around the block. This is on fire, so everybody can see.
This seemingly minor adjustment allows them to hook from a greater distance. Now throwing the hook with the thumb in or facing up generates a lot of debate over which one is better, but we'll leave that debate for a future video. Lead hand control. The extended lead hand, or long guard, is another key component of Soviet boxing.
They do Ali so bad in this game, bro.
Jab from this position is
So
quick
bad.
and reaching the target faster. The extended hand also acts as a barrier, preventing opponents from closing in. By extending the lead hand, Soviet boxers control space, maintain distance, and control the fight space. It also serves as a blinder, obstructing the opponent's vision and setting up follow-up shots. This use of the lead hand transforms defense into offense and allows Soviet boxers to dictate the pace. But there is something really characteristic and often underrated that all Soviet and post-Soviet boxers share. Cold blood. With cold blood, we are referring to their ability to not let emotions take over, which is absolutely crucial in a boxing match. By not getting emotionally invested, they can follow through with the game plan and maintain a strategic approach in every fight. This stoic demeanor can conceal any pain or weakness, keeping
Bro,
opponents
that dude's such a pussy, bro.
This level-headed approach, often paired with the best poker faces in boxing, can be deeply discouraging for opponents. But now, we would love to know your opinion in the comments. How do you interpret this Soviet style of boxing? Let us know. And if the video was interesting, you can find more in our channel. And to your left, there's a video specially suited for you. Hello Skiller boxers. There was once a time when 4 boxers, each with different personalities and styles, ruled the boxing world. Roberto Duran, Thomas Hearns, Marvin Hagler and Sugar Ray Leonard all had completely different styles and sets of skills that not only made them unique, but also created great stylistic matchups between them. They matured together in the 1980s and fought each other as middleweights. Each one alone could be considered an all-time great, and together they were regarded as the 4 kings of the last golden age of boxing. Today, we are going to break down each one of the 4 kings, analysing the skills that made them unique, and the flaws that were exploited between them. Even more interesting is the fact that each one was able to beat another. Duran beat Leonard, Leonard beat Hagler, Hagler beat Hearns, and Hearns beat Duran. We'll start by breaking down the only boxer to beat Sugar Ray Leonard in his prime. The most evil boxer in history. A boxer who is comfortable in the uncomfortable, who enjoys pain, both taking it and inflicting it. But above all, he had tremendous skills and was blessed with innate reflexes and reactions. We will start breaking down the evil skills of Roberto Duran. With more than 100 fights, 70 knockouts, and a career spanning from featherweight all the way to middleweight, Roberto Duran is from a different breed.
A mean motherfuckers, people scared to look at him. Careful.
His heavy punches, great distance control, and unique fighting style on the inside establish him as one of the best lightweights of all time. Still, he was able to carry all that power and innate technique to heavier weight classes and remain extremely competitive.
And this is the reason why Roberto Duran is so great. He's only 5'6". He was able to go from 135 pounds all the way to light heavyweight. But these are the things that we don't see.
Well, today we are going to break down his best skills step by step and understand his inside fighting style. So if you want to learn Roberto Duran's evil skills, this breakdown is for you. First things first, let's start with the boxing stance. Boxing stance. Duran has an offensive approach to boxing, always looking to connect with power punches and combinations. This is why he adopts a squared stance, as a squared stance leaves the rear hand closer to the opponent. From the outside, he usually uses an open guard, moving his arms to create traffic between himself and his opponent.
We would see the great Roberto Duran get verdicts, and he tries there.
A big part of his game from the outside is his use of parries and extended blocks. He uses that open guard to deflect and block punches while countering with his lead hand. As we will see later on, this open guard does have some flaws. But for now, let's start with his first skill. Distance control. One of his most underrated skills is his ability to gauge distance with his eyes and control it in all aspects, both defensively and offensively. As mentioned, from the outside he keeps an open guard, using parries and blocks. He would often parry and jab right after. When he jabs, he circles to his left, at the same time creating angles that force his opponent to constantly reposition. His jab is his best measuring tool. As we've reviewed in other breakdowns, the lead hand is a great way to measure distance to control it. In Duran's case, you'll often see him fall short with the jab, but it serves as a great tool to gauge distance and set up his power punches.
Leonard, possible flick the left jab to keep Duran away, but... Oh, there's a...
He falls short with the jab, but connects cleanly with the rear hand, often catching opponents by surprise.
It's not been an effective jab, though, Alan. It's not landing on Cuevas, and it's certainly not keeping Cuevas off of Duran.
On the other hand, Cuevas by nature is not a good jabber, and he gets nailed by a right hand by Duran.
He also understands distance in terms of creating openings for his punches. As we will see later, when fighting on the inside, he cleverly controls the distance, making space for his shots. Defensively, his distance management is equally impressive. He knows the exact distance between himself and his opponents, often moving just enough to make their punches fall short. He doesn't overdo defensive movements, but instead moves only as much as necessary. This allows him to have great head movements and evade punches in quick succession. Another great skill of his is his ability to mix up his head movement to cut the distance. He often bobs and weaves, getting under punches to find his way to the inside, where he does his best work. Counters to the body. As mentioned, Duran has great reactions, and even though his best work is on the inside, he is excellent at mid-range. He has exceptional counters, especially his outside slip followed by a cross, countering his opponent's jabs. However, his best counters are to the body. Counters to the body after a slip or roll are rare, but Duran used them constantly. He would slip to the inside track and throw his lead hook to the body, or roll under punches and rip combinations. He has many different ways to counter to the body, and it is truly one of his best skills.
He'll make you miss, and then he'll go to the body. And his sequence of punches to the body, to the midsection, was out of this world. This guy hits so hard.
His bodywork in general is among the best of all time. With relentless volume and heavy hands, he broke down opponents by constantly attacking the body. Inside fighting. This is Duran's best skill without a doubt. His activity on the inside and his understanding of the clinch are second to none. He is also known for being a very tricky boxer on the inside.
Who would you say is like the most skilled fighter you ever fought?
Duran.
Duran?
He was going to have to make blocking miss and counter. Duran was the most skilled fighter, but he was just so slick and tricky you had to watch him.
His main strategy is to destabilize the opponent's position. Once at close range, he would use his head and posture forward to apply pressure with it, breaking the opponent's balance.
Интернационально подбирать титул друг у друга. Тут уже грязь идет такая небольшая. Мог бы угол.
From there, he would use his free hand to throw combinations, usually to the body, and sneaking uppercuts to the head.
And on the ear there. About a minute to go, and this is the fourth round.
On those exchanges, he would extend his arms to block the opponent's punches. This is his hallmark technique at close range. He would use an extended grip, making contact at elbow level, blocking the trajectory of the opponent's punches, gaining control of his arms. He would completely neutralize the opponent this way, to then counter with his own shots.
doing? You switched off completely. I need you to focus on what you're doing. You don't want to lose this fight, do you? Come on, you're getting back into this. You're better than this, kid. Go back out there and win the round backwards.
Other times, he would use his great head movement to evade shots. Whenever he felt the contact with his opponent break, he knew the opponent was about to punch. He would then duck under the shots, going off instinct.
Punches to the body.
He also destabilized opponents by spinning them around and often driving them onto the ropes.
Great work, this is all going nicely. It's all going to plan.
But now let's take a look at Roberto Duran's biggest flaws. As we mentioned earlier, his open guard relies on great reactions and distance control. But if one of these attributes fails, it is a fundamentally risky strategy. Duran has one of the best chins in boxing, but that guard has gotten him into trouble, especially against fighters who knew how to set up punches and use feints, causing him to make mistakes and leave openings. While his aggressive temperament made him a relentless and feared boxer, he sometimes struggled against slick, elusive fighters. At times, he grew frustrated and abandoned his technique, becoming reckless and predictable. But you have to take the good with the bad. Roberto Duran is regarded by many as one of the greatest boxers of all time. His skills and achievements speak for themselves.
Come on, you're switching off. You got complacent.
One of the scariest boxers and best inside fighters of all time. Relentless, fearless, and with hands like stones.
Now let's continue with the first man to knock out Roberto Duran, the scariest welterweight in history. Long, blazing fast combinations and wicked knockout power. On top of his physical gifts, he carried immense skills in that freakish frame. And just like a hitman, he could end you with one shot.
Tommy Hearns, the first ever 4-division champion. At 6'2", with a 78-inch reach, Hearns was a nightmare for any opponent.
I rather fight Sugar Leonard and Duran than fight Tommy Hearns. Tommy Hearns back then, 6'1", 6'2", long arms, and the way he was playing, man, no.
While on the pro scene, he was known as a knockout artist. In the amateur ranks, he was known as a great boxer. It was his exceptional fundamentals, taught by Emmanuel Stewart, that set the base for the dangerous fighter he became in the pros.
My favorite fight of all that I worked with, and just for favorite fighter period, still is Thomas Hearns. As a fan aspect, I loved being with Tommy because he was always exciting. You never knew what was going to happen, but you knew something was going to happen exciting.
Well, if you want to learn all about those fundamentals and understand Tommy Hearns' best skills, then this breakdown is for you. Now, let's start with his unique boxing stance. Boxing stance. When it comes to his boxing stance, Hearns maximized his height and reach.
Both fighters 6'1".
He stood tall in a narrow stance.
Come on, do you want to win this fight? Right, let's go
allowing
out
him
there.
to bounce around the ring and utilize his jab. Hearns used a low guard, with his lead hand hanging at waist level.
Illegal.
This stance became a hallmark of his style, and as we'll see, his offense was built around that low guard. Now, let's take a look at his first skill, and one of the most remarkable ones. Jab timing. Hearns, formerly known as the Motor City Cobra, had one of the best jabs in boxing. similar to Larry Holmes.
What fighters do today, they do like this. That's okay, right? But if a fighter would do like this, that's fine. But it frustrates you. Don't get scared. How quick is that?
It was designed for speed,
For Ray Mercer,
aiming to use his long frame to reach as far as possible. Hearns would flip the jab to both the head and body, sometimes doubling it up. By throwing it from a low guard, like an up jab, it became much harder for opponents to read. The lead hand, relaxed and hanging at waist level, started from outside the opponent's center vision. Coupled with his speed and reach, Hearns' jab was a nightmare for his opponents.
Hearns, he just walked away. Moving good. Bad move. Looks like he's setting him up here.
Okay, now you've led him back into the fight that round. Switch on,
What
switch
stood
on.
out most
You've been
about
close
his
to
jab,
this fight. Now you're
was
going
his
back into it.
exceptional timing.
Now it's a tougher fight, and he's going to.
Hearns would often catch his opponents while they were resetting or when they found themselves in bad positions, such as when they were squared up or moving laterally. He also had the ability to time his jab perfectly between his opponent's punches. As they threw, he would slightly move his head to the side in an outside slip, allowing their jab to miss while landing his own. With his longer reach, Hearns often hit while his opponents missed. Setting up shots. Another great ability of the hitman was his deep understanding of setups.
The corner of the left eye of Roberto Duran. Roberto Duran up and well. A solid right and down goes Duran. He's just laying a big right hand. That's it, Tim.
Once Hearns established his jab, it allowed him to set up his lead hook.
plan was to come out firing.
The opponent would often try to parry the straight shot, to which Hearns would adjust with a looping lead hook, catching them on the side. He also had a devastating liver shot, which he set up by shifting his weight to his front foot and to the side, raising his opponent's guard and exposing the body. This liver shot would also open up an opportunity again for his lead hook. Hearns masterfully alternated between targeting the body and the head,
Right hand to the body.
using feints to second-guess his opponents and force mistakes.
Come on, you're better than that. You've done all your work
He
all
would
the way
often
through,
go
Cam.
low,
The fight's
with
not
the
over
cross
yet.
and then change
You've got
it
to go out there
upstairs.
and win this round. You had
His
everything
setups
in
were
the bag.
difficult to protect, and he would perfectly sell the feints, changing directions just at the last second, making it more unpredictable. Overhand cross. His right hand was one of the deadliest punches in boxing. His jab-cross combination was lightning fast, often made even more unpredictable by doubling up on the jab before throwing the cross. Thanks to his long reach, Hearns could strike from a distance his opponents might have thought was safe.
Easily put Kingston out.
Opponents trying to lean or step back often found themselves caught by his incredible torque and range.
Hearns, Leonard, 2.
Whenever opponents ducked or bent at the waist, he would change the trajectory of the punch in a looping overhand, rather than a cross, still catching the opponents going down.
Neither fighter landed a punch. That right hand the first.
That's what Tommy's got to do.
Myers has to do is really settle down.
Hearns trying to throw the uppercut.
Landed the right hand, down goes Roldan.
Due to his tall frame, Hearns also developed the ability to punch down and knew how to generate power at short distances.
The latter stages of round 8.
Hearns' timing made his right hand a formidable counterpunch as well. Using an outside slip, he could counter over his opponent's guard with a devastating right cross.
Okay, now you let him back into the fight that round. That's his
while
round.
Hearns'
Get
skill
your
set
mind
was
back on the job.
extraordinary,
That's a terrible
he
round,
wasn't
that is.
without flaws.
Come on, you let him back into the fight.
Flaws. Although he was excellent at controlling distance with his footwork and his lead hand, he had a bad habit of pulling straight back with both hands. While posting with the lead hand can be an effective way to control range, Hearns would sometimes extend his rear hand as he retreated, a risky habit that left him vulnerable to big punches.
He's got his head up.
Additionally, his low guard, which was so effective at long range, became a liability when he was within punching range. At close distances, Hearns often engaged in unnecessary exchanges, exposing his chin and getting hurt. Despite these flaws, Tommy Hearns was a nightmare for any opponent. Fast hands with an insane reach and the power to hurt even the toughest opponents.
Now let's continue with the only man who dared to go straight at Hearns to hunt him down. The ultimate warrior.
That's what's on my mind.
A boxer who could both outbox and pressure his opponent with a relentless but calculated approach that steadily broke him down.
You're out.
Marvelous Marvin Hagler, often regarded as the greatest middleweight of all time, was both relentless and technically brilliant. He had a unique arsenal of skills, backed by a relentless strategy that allowed him to destroy the best in his division. So if you want to see the technical side of destruction, then this breakdown is for you.
I realize now what they want to see. Every championship fight, they want to see a knockout. They want to see somebody knocked down. They want to see somebody beat up. So, hey, they're talking to Marvin Hagler. They're talking to the right man.
Now, let's start from the base. Boxing stance. When it comes to his stance, Hagler maintained a solid and responsible high guard. He fought in a neutral posture, with his chin tucked, smoothly transitioning his weight from back to front foot, usually keeping his weight slightly forward. Hagler was one of the rare fighters who could effectively switch stances. While he was more comfortable boxing from the southpaw stance, he also controlled the orthodox stance both offensively and defensively. As we'll see later, he didn't just fight from both stances. He was a true switch hitter, seamlessly transitioning between the mid-combination to gain an advantage in his attacks. But now, let's take a look at his first skill. Active at mid-range. When it comes to Hagler's style, he has solid inside game and can also use his footwork from the outside.
It's in the game.
However, where he excels is mid-range.
The job. It seems that Hagler. And there is a left.
Which is the space where two boxers can just reach each other with their punches.
Respect for the punching power.
you guys have been watching my channel for a decent amount of time now, you would know that less than a year ago, I was making $19 an hour. Now today, as of a few weeks ago, I signed a job offer that pays right around $140,000 a year. And before anyone watches this video and thinks I'm going to tell you guys how to get rich quick and give you guys random BS stories,
welcome back to Dynasty Mode. Next, let's choose your rosters. If you're looking for the latest EA Sports recommended roster featuring more than 1,000 additional players, choose the active roster option, or you can select the rosters from our original launch with a default roster option.
Play a huge role into almost everyone's success story, whether people are willing to admit it or not. So this video isn't meant to be some type of...
Here is where you can customize your Dynasty experience. Similar to last year, here's where you'll modify your settings from the updated list of available options and customize your conferences complete with unique rules and protected rivals.
Did